Hi everyone, my name is Ava Jakubowski, and today I'll be discussing the proposition of gun control. As I'm sure many of you know, this topic is very controversial in our country and has been for a while now. Today I will be discussing the for and against arguments for the right to bear arms. To start off, the for side argues that the right to bear arms is protected in our Second Amendment. However, the against side argues that the Second Amendment is outdated since it was drafted in about the late 1700s when we were being separated from England. And with that information comes the fact that the rifles at the time took about a minute to load each bullet. However, the technology has changed and now we have guns that can shoot off multiple rounds a minute. Continuing on, another argument for the for side would be that many people, for instance, living in the wilderness, say in North Dakota, need a gun to protect themselves from, say, bears and other challenges that they have. However, the against side would argue that there's other ways to protect yourself than having to have a gun with you. Additionally, automatics are definitely not necessary for protecting yourself against a bear. A handgun will do, and automatic guns are more detrimental to society than helpful, as can be seen from the 400 mass shootings that we had just in the year of 2019. Furthermore, another argument that the for side has is that gun control won't necessarily deter crime, since criminals will still be able to obtain guns illegally. And the against side of this argues that while this is true, even people with licensed and registered guns, there are still homicides that happen, as can be seen from the statistic that happened between 2001 to 2005, where more women were killed via a gun by their intimate partners than active soldiers serving in Afghanistan during this time. Furthermore, there are a lot of arguments in the in-between category where it can be said that you're allowed to have bear guns, but there'll be stricter gun control laws and stricter requirements for you to obtain a gun. And automatic, there's also the argument that automatic guns are not okay, but handguns are. And reading about this topic and just getting into it a little bit more has been really interesting. And I thank you for your time for listening to me.